I am being gang stalked. I'm being gang stalked by Asians all over the fucking world. They got Andrew Tate and they got Tristan Tate out of lockup and travel ban in Romania. Please save, not Johnny Somali, Johnny Ramsey Ismail, the American.
I am jaded and angry that kick banned me, and I hope to one day be unbanned.
Johnny Somali will never step foot in America again. Not now, not ever. Even if South Korea hands him a light sentence, the U.S. door is slammed shut. He's basically blacklisted from his own country, and the reasons will leave you shaking your head. And just when you thought it couldn't get messier, a brand new leak involving Johnny Somali and Hank Yu takes this saga to another level of wild. Buckle up, because the story spirals fast. See, Johnny Somali is convinced he can somehow escape South Korea.
Hyundai that are sending cars to America, put up the tariffs so they don't free Johnny Somali. Put up the tariffs, do it. I need to change my name to Johnny America or Johnny Jewish or Johnny Ashkenazi to be saved, I think. But look, Donald Trump, Marco Rubio, if you can see this, Barron Trump, I know you're tapped in with the internet. Please free me, I'm stuck, I'm an American citizen. I know the State Department, they talked to the Romanians. They got Andrew Tate and they got Tristan Tate out of lockup and travel ban in Romania. Please save, not Johnny Somali, Johnny Ramsey Ismail, the American.
Claiming the government has no real authority over him since he's American. His so-called logic, if they dare punish him, then Donald Trump will swoop in and rescue him. He actually believes Trump could threaten Seoul with massive tariffs until they back down. Sounds outrageous, right? But it gets even crazier. Johnny bragged that he personally proposed this idea to Trump, demanding that South Korea face the biggest tariff ever if they don't release him. Imagine the arrogance. When Trump ignored him, after all, this isn't even on Trump's radar, Johnny doubled down. As a loud MAGA supporter desperate for attention, he bombarded Trump with calls and messages, all unanswered. And here's where his delusions really hit the ceiling. Johnny then claimed that if he himself were ever president, he'd not only free himself, but also deport Hank Yu straight out of America.
America, would you say that? You're too real? I think you're too real for America.
For current America, yes. For current world, yes.
If I become president, I'm gonna let you come back to America.
At this point, Johnny Somali's wild delusions don't even matter anymore because Americans have already erased him from their memory. They don't want to be tied to a shady streamer who dragged their country's name through the mud. Imagine this. Johnny spots a random guy from California and thinks he probably knows me. But when he tried, the reaction was pure disgust. No one wanted to claim him. And still, Johnny keeps trying to force America to remember his name.
How you doing, brother?
Good.
Good, where you from?
California.
Nice to meet you, brother. You know Johnny Somali? You never heard Johnny Somali?
No.
Go on YouTube, you wanna see.
Desperately hoping someone in power will swoop in to save him. But let's be real, why would anyone help him? He's been using the US flag as nothing but a free pass to stir up chaos. Those leaked videos made it crystal clear. Johnny wasn't just being reckless abroad, he was straight up threatening American citizens on camera. His so-called fan base got a front row seat to his real face. And once that mask slipped, there was no going back. Now in America, people aren't debating whether to save him. They're actually saying he deserves to rot in South Korea and never set foot back home. Even those who still mention his name only do so to push one message: keep him locked up. And Johnny knows it deep down. He admitted more than once that if he ever came back to the US, he'd regret it. That's how far gone he is. This is a dangerous situation too, because remember, when the Philippines asked the American embassy to take Vitaly Dishkai, the embassy flat out refused. If South Korea makes the same request for Johnny Somali, it's almost guaranteed the US will slam the door shut. Nobody trusts Johnny Somali anymore.
Bro, I wish I was in America where I can just... Don't say that. I swear to God.
His words hold zero weight, and his logic is laughable. Behind the scenes, though, whispers are spreading. He might be eyeing China with Hank, or bouncing around Asia looking for a place desperate enough to let him in. Some legal insiders even claim Johnny floated the idea of fleeing to India if no other country would touch him. That's how far his exile has gone.
Somali.
You know what? Lock him up,
hey,
throw away the keys.
Johnny Somali needs to be stopped. He's just disrespecting Somali name, man.
Lock him up.
As for America, that chapter is officially over. His ruthless stunts slammed the door shut for good. But is his story finished? Not at all.
If I did shut it off and say, I quit this Johnny Somali character, I'm just gonna go back to being Ramsey. I'm gonna use my finance degree and go start a business or get a normal job and live a peaceful life back at home in America. I feel like I've had so many experiences that have been life-changing.
Because he's also blacklisted from the IRL streaming world itself. Why? Simple. He poisoned the whole scene. His reckless antics warped IRL streaming into something ugly.
What is his life now? What is his life now? Where is he gonna go? What other country can he stream in? What other India? He said India. Good luck with that, bro. Good luck with that. Come down here to Southeast Asia. Yeah, I will see you in the jail cell.
Turning live content into a breeding ground for crime and chaos. The fallout was so bad that even another controversial figure like Ice Poseidon had to call him out.
People were talking shit on Kick because Johnny Somali streamed on Kick, and that's why Kick had so much bad press before they banned him.
When you get clowned by someone already known for scandal, you know you've hit rock bottom. And yet, Johnny had the nerve to spin it like he was doing everyone a favor. His own words, he claimed he was sacrificing himself for the culture. What kind of twisted logic is that? Thanks to him, a whole wave of streamers are now chasing clout with reckless, borderline criminal behavior just to score clicks. That's his true legacy. Johnny Somali even admitted it himself. He knows everyone's copying his playbook, and that's exactly why America doesn't want him back. He's radioactive. He's barred from the US, barred from IRL, and even if by some miracle he tried to creep back in, it would take a long shot unbanned from Kick. But let's be real, the odds of Kick forgiving him are almost zero. Johnny Somali still cries that what he's facing is unjust, clinging to the hope that Kick will magically unban him soon. But let's be honest, does anyone really buy that? He swears he isn't evil. But by now we've seen more than enough proof showing why he's banned from America and why the IRL world slammed the door on him.
Like, I've been unfairly blamed for like ruining live streaming or affecting IRL streaming in Asia. This is Johnny Somali's fault. If it wasn't for Johnny Somali, we wouldn't have the scrutiny that we have, or we would be able to get away with a lot more shit. So I don't know, maybe the world should be thanking me a little bit. Like now you guys know all about the nuisance IRL streaming gang that's traveling the world and terrorizing the public. I feel like I was a martyr. I feel like I sacrificed myself. I sacrificed a lot of my live streaming career.
And just when you think it can't get darker, fresh leaks out of South Korea explode online. Footage of Johnny Somali openly disrespecting women. Not only that, he was caught bragging about wanting to buy girls, as if human beings were items on a shelf. And don't think this was some isolated slip-up. Long before this, he was already harassing random Korean women, criminally propositioning them to do things no one should ever be asked on camera. He turned live streaming into his personal hunting ground, and the internet hasn't forgotten it. This is the real Johnny Somali, a man whose pattern of shady behavior keeps getting exposed over and over again. If he were somehow let back into America, he'd poison the culture all over again and drag the whole IRL scene further into the gutter. At this point, Johnny Somali's future looks like a dead end. Every door is slammed shut. America won't take him back. The IRL scene doesn't want him. And even platforms like Kick have left him in the dust. He's stuck in a cycle of scandals, leaks, and delusions with nowhere left to run. But here's the crazy part. He still thinks he can flip the script. Insiders say Johnny is now trying to pitch himself as a victim of the system, hoping to milk sympathy from anyone gullible enough to listen. He's even hinted that if he ever got free, he'd start exposing dark secrets about governments and streaming platforms, as if that would somehow make people forgive him. Meanwhile, more leaks keep pouring out. Clips of him mocking Korean culture, bragging about chaos, and acting like the whole world is against him. Instead of accountability, he doubles down on his delusions, blaming everyone but himself. That's not redemption, that's self-destruction in real time. So what's left for Johnny Somali? Exile, obscurity, and a reputation forever. Once a streamer chasing fame, now a cautionary tale of how arrogance, disrespect, and reckless behavior can destroy everything. The saddest part in all of this, Johnny Somali could have built a career if he had just respected the game. But instead, every move he made turned into a scandal.
I got banned. Kick implemented a rule that if you show any banned streamer similar to Twitch, you cannot even show them on your camera or you're banned as well. I am jaded and angry that Kick banned me, and I hope to one day be unbanned, but I just feel like I'm too much of a brand risk at this point. I don't know, I just feel like people have spread this narrative about me that I'm so evil.
Do you think you're evil?
No, I don't think I'm evil. I don't think I'm evil.
He disrespected cultures, threatened people, and treated women like props. That's not entertainment. That's destruction dressed up as content. Now the internet has officially flipped on him. What used to be viewers and clout chasers cheering in his chat has transformed into haters waiting for his downfall. Every leak, every clip, every headline only fuels the fire. And this time, there's no coming back from it. Even the IRL community, a space known for chaos and drama, doesn't want to touch him anymore. Streamers who once copied his reckless style are now distancing themselves, saying Johnny ruined the scene. That's how toxic his name has become. And let's not forget, South Korea isn't playing around. They've already got evidence stacked up. And the longer he stays locked up, the slimmer his chances are of ever walking free. Forget America. Forget IRL streaming. Johnny Somali is on the edge of permanent exile. The saddest part in all of this, Johnny Somali could have built a career if he had just respected the game, but instead, every move he made turned into a scandal. He disrespected cultures, threatened people, and treated women like props. That's not entertainment, that's destruction dressed up as content. Now the internet has officially flipped on him. What once was a crowd of viewers hyping him up has morphed into an army of haters waiting for his final crash. Every leak, every clip, every headline stacks against him, and this time, there's no redemption arc waiting at the end. Even the IRL community, a world built on chaos and wild stunts, doesn't want his name tied to them anymore. Streamers who once rode his wave now openly admit Johnny Somali ruined the scene. That's how toxic his reputation has become. A curse, not clout. And South Korea, they're not letting go. With evidence piling up, his shot at freedom keeps shrinking. America won't take him back. IRL won't let him return. And now he's staring down permanent exile with no way out. If you made it this far, sound off in the comments. Do you think Johnny Somali deserves a second chance? Or should he be banned forever? Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you want more deep dives like this.